Welcome back to LJ's Comic Burrow. My name is Jay. I am the host for the show, and dear God, Happy New Comic Book Day. The very last Happy New Comic Book Day before Christmas, which is pretty fucking exciting because, dear God, I love Christmas. I'll be honest with you, I love it with all my heart. I've loved it since I was a kid. I never became one of those humbug motherfuckers, the grumpy assholes that you're sitting there in a corner, dear, going, oh, I hate Christmas. No, I've absolutely loved Christmas since I was a kid, and I will continue probably to love Christmas until they start changing my diapers in a retirement home somewhere in Florida. That being said, anybody who's ever watched my show, you all know that I only pick up my new comic books every 2 weeks, so I had to come up with a different idea of what today's show was really going to be about. So I started racking my brain and I was like, man, Christmas is less than a week away. Let's do a show on Christmas presents. Comic books I've received as Christmas presents. I'm like, man, that's pretty fucking awesome. So I looked through my CLZ app, and that's the app I actually use to organize everything and see what I've actually received from my wife on Christmas. And looking back, I've received some pretty cool fucking books. All right. All of them graded, which makes everything really, really nice and special. And this way I don't ever have to send them off, whatever. Now, I've received some non-graded stuff like that, like Peter Porker and Amazing Spider-Ham, issue number 1, newsstand, actually, to think about it, that I've never actually sent to CGC. But I'm a little iffy on what kind of grade I would end up getting. And to me, the book is more important than actually getting the grade on it anyway. It's a Christmas present for my wife, So I look at it, that's one of the really cool Christmas presents that I received. But that one being aside, I want to show off some really, really cool Christmas presents my wife has actually picked me up in comic book form. So, if you like what's coming out of my mouth, and I want to get this out of the way, if you like what's coming out of this motherfucking mouth, and if you like what you're watching, and dear God, you like the subject that I'm sitting here talking about, please subscribe, and please leave a message, because the best thing about doing this show is actually having a kind of conversation with people that have like interests, like myself, and would absolutely appreciate, the sub matters that we were sitting here talking about, including comic books, or hell, if you have any kind of questions about animal rescues and stuff like that, please send them my way. I have no problem reaching out to you and be able to help you in any way, shape, or form if you guys are, involved in wanting to rescue an animal. The best thing I always say to do is make sure you do a shitload of research on whatever animal that you're going to get, because you don't want surprises. Dear God, you don't want surprises. So, now that I got that motherfucking shit out of the way, here's to you. Because the next time I actually do this kind of show, it'll be 2 days or something like that after Christmas. So let's get to the very first book here that I want to show off, that my wife has picked up for me throughout the years on New Comic Book Day. Now, I started getting back into comic books in 2018. We went to our first comic book show here in Harrisburg. Was it the best thing? No, it wasn't, but it was still exciting because it was brand new and it was fresh, and seeing all the people that are either dressed up in Cosmo or picking up books and reading through it. And I really wasn't as knowledgeable as I actually am today. Then again, it's been several years since I started recollecting, so I got to get a little ahead on the game now than I did before. And still, when I go there, I actually fall behind because I'm just looking around in amazement at all the really cool books that are out there. So, let's go back here to the end of 2018. My wife picked me this book up. I absolutely love this book. Now, I know it's not first printing, and eventually I do want to get a first printing because that cover is so fucking awesome. But this is issue number 3 of Venom, Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, second print, with Carnage on top of fucking Miles Morales about to beat his ass. dear God, what a fucking awesome cover. It is a 9.8. She actually picked it up a little bit below what it was worth from what I was told, because when you're sitting there using your CLZ app, you have to put in whatever price that you received, that the actual comic book costs, and it'll add everything up or subtract it or whatever, and to be able to come up with what the total is really. So my wife actually put those numbers in, so I actually knew what she bought it for and how much it actually was worth at that time. So this is one of the best books. The introduction to Null, or I should say the very first appearance of Null, who is one of my favorite villains in the Spider universe. I'm hoping that eventually they do bring it to the MCU. Unfortunately, I don't see it happening anytime soon, but God only knows, because they are doing the Secret Wars, which there will be an introduction to the black suit. So I would love to be able to see them finally do something, possibly sometime after Secret Wars, to have such an amazing Avengers X-Men event taking on the god symbiotes himself, Null. So, that's my very first book. So now, they always talk about what really is the very first appearance. All artists, all writers, they all come up with their own thing. They really do. What we might think would be considered the very first appearance, and what they might think, and what the comic book industry thinks is the very first appearance, usually is, talked about and never agreed on, unfortunately. But according to Mr. Todd McFarlane, this is the very first appearance of fucking Venom. It is Amazing Spider-Man 299. I got it at a 9.0. It is beautiful as fuck. I absolutely still do not know what is really wrong with this book. When you sit there and you look at everything, could it be better? Could it be worse? Absolutely. But dear God, I absolutely love this, because to me, if I'm going along with the Todd Father himself, this is the very first appearance of fucking Venom. So, comic industry, y'all can kiss my ass. Right there. Beautiful artwork. Intricate web spinning. You got Chance right there. Absolutely love this book. So, another great Spideyverse. And as you can tell, I'm a huge Spideyverse person. If you look over, well, actually, if you can't see it on screen, but you can see that one. I am a huge Spideyverse person. So if anybody ever sees me and they see me out, you just call me out on how much of a mark I really am for the Spideyverse. So, but nothing compares to this next character. This came out in January 1976, 2 years before I was born. I'm a huge fan of this character. Everybody has, their favorite characters. And I really do like either the sidekicks, and better than I like usually the main character. And to me, I always found this character a sidekick. I unfortunately, even feels like even in his own books, he's a sidekick to whatever character is out there, and he is helping at that time. He is unfortunately always just the side guy. He was Man-Thing's side guy. He was Spider-Man's side guy. He's been pretty much tossed around. And I like the odd characters, because, you need the odd characters in this multi-universe, especially to be able to make this thing keep on rolling. That being said, this is issue number 1, Howard the Duck, January 76. Beautiful motherfucking cover, and holy fucking shit, like I said, the side character to the Amazing Spider-Man at the time. I absolutely love Howard the Duck, okay? I think he's an underrated character. I know they've thrown him in the MCU a few times, but dear God, Let's see a mainstream fucking Howard the Duck, either TV show or fucking movie. I would love it. I think there'd be tons of fans. I would let things settle down. But he needs to be in that Multiverse Secret Wars movie. This character needs to be there. And I know he wasn't in the original comic book, but dear God. Quack Fooey. Jesus. He can kick everybody's ass. Let's bring him, please. MCU, if you're watching, let's bring him to Secret Wars. And thank God for fucking Howard the Duck. Holy shit. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. All right. Here is one more issue here. Now, as you all know, I'm a huge Todd McFarlane mark. And one year, very, 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 very cool year, my wife went out and she knew how much of a Todd McFarlane fan I was. And getting a Todd McFarlane signature is expensive. It really is. No matter what book he signs, it really is one of those things. It's a high price thing. It's more high price when it's on his books. A little less when it comes to somebody else's artwork and stuff like that. But to me, this is probably, like, what I feel, probably the best book I think I ever have and will ever own, and a present from my wife. She is the most amazing, coolest wife that you'll ever meet. So, I do want to show this off. I got this for Christmas 2 years back, and I am grateful each time because, one, it is one of my favorite artists, and two, it's got a signature from one of my favorite fucking / creators, whatever that you wanna ever call. So this is a Gabriel Del Otto cover. This is Venom #1 from January 2017 with that little motherfucking Todd McFarlane signature. Bam. Badass motherfucking cover. Holy fuck. This is a beauty. Absolutely beauty. That Del Otto cover is fan-fucking-tastic. I love everything Del Otto has ever done. He's got that realism, and I know Todd does not love that tongue. But holy shit. With the tongue, the black suit looks like it's wet from whatever fucking sewer that he's crawling out of. Fucking looks amazing. And you can't pick up a better cover for Todd to sign of somebody else's than a fucking Del Otto. So, personally, this will win every fucking time when they always ask me what's your best book that you have in your collection. This amazing present that I got for Christmas. Del Otto, Todd McFarlane signature. Bam. Trying to tell you. Can't go any better than that. Now, the last thing I have to actually show you is a pretty much like a combined book thing. So, it's pretty heavy motherfucker. And, it's probably one of the coolest presents my wife ever picked me up for Christmas. I think this ended up becoming a Christmas / birthday because my birthday literally is about a week away from Christmas. So, this next thing I'm going to actually pick up here and show it off a little bit. And when I got this, I was just in shock because I know how much this motherfucker costs. I checked it out on Amazon. I was just like, holy fuck me, this is a pretty fucking cool present. So, without delay, let me show you this last really cool thing I actually got for Christmas. And that's right. It is the Civil War box set. I couldn't have been more thrilled when I received this as a motherfucking present. All right? There's no lie about this. I got this and I was just like, holy fuck. So, It came with a little tablecloth, which is pretty fucking cool. I'm using that right now. And as you can tell, all the books are still sealed because I read the collection online. And I'm straining to show this to you. As you can tell, this is pretty fucking cool. All still sealed. And one day, I will eventually read these again in book form. So, that was my top 5 fucking Christmas presents, comic book Christmas presents that I received from my wife over the past years. Tell me, please, leave a message. Like, subscribe, leave me a message. Let me know what was the coolest presents that you guys ever received. What comic books did you guys ever get on Christmas? Let me know. Let me know what kind of cool Christmas presents, comic books that you think that you're hopefully getting this year for Christmas. That'd be a fucking cool conversation also. Me, personally, I'm not going to lie. I'm a huge Peter Porker fan, okay? Huge Peter Porker fan. I've got the first appearance. I got the first cover. I got a couple of his other issues that have come out recently. Obviously, I've got those. But I have fallen short. As a Peter Porker fan, I have fallen short of receiving or buying a few of his past issues that came out in the 80s. And I would love to be able to get caught up a little bit and own a few of those. So there's definitely a couple Peter Porker books that I would love to get on Christmas. But, you know, Christmas is not about receiving. It's absolutely about giving. And the show after Christmas, I will reveal what I ended up picking up from our wife because I'm excited to show these bad boys off. I know she's going to be like an and you know how the lights come down and the angels start singing, and dear God, when she gets that shit, she'll be sitting in there just like, and you'll be like, oh, I am the greatest husband in the whole wide world. So I'm hoping that happens because I know their presence that I know absolutely that she really did want. So there's definitely a few of those that I would love to show you guys off. Show you guys those books. So I'm ecstatic about all of that. With all the excitement going now. First, I want to say, until I see you again, Merry motherfucking Christmas. And please, do yourself a favor. Don't wait till holidays to be able to say hi to your relatives and hi to your loved ones and hi to your friends and stuff like that and wait once or twice a year. Make sure you say it to them all year round because God knows when you'll get to see them one more time. Because as you all know, life keeps on rolling, all right? No matter how bad or how good your life is, life keeps rolling around you. And it will keep on rolling. So that being said, from my family to your family, Merry motherfucking Christmas. Happy New Comic Book Day. And I hope you guys get to have all the time in the world to spend with your loved ones and family. See y'all next week.